Alrighty, good morning, chat, afternoon, and or good evening. Happy time zone. Look at us. Are gaming. Yeah, no books. The usual. What a surprise. Not really. To no surprise of anybody, I didn't get the books. Oh, I didn't adjust the parsnip layout. I didn't think about it. Got distracted last night. So, whoever's having a good Friday. Was that middle or left spot? Bro. I have 6. It was mid. Left spot. Okay. Yeah, I'm not surprised. It was very close. Uh, Booze, thank you for the prime for 3 months. Well, I'm happy you're looking forward to see it done in 17. It might be a few months before you actually see that. I've been running this category for about 7 months now, and I haven't finished a run in the last 4. I'll eventually finish a run, smile. What usually stops me? Either myself or books. And just the start of the run. There's about a 5% chance I get out of the first 10 minutes. I was legit doing the first, like, 2 minutes of the run for about 2.5 hours yesterday. My YouTube stream looks weird. How so? Kind of the same as yesterday, to be honest. I'm just vibing, but I still have a clogged nose. Realistically, it's just Forest Farm, but that's kind of just speedrunner bias. I basically never use any other farm. I think the best looking farm is the Hilltop farm, though. I like the levels, the elevation of it. I also like how the combat farm looks, even though it's not a good farm. I don't like the Meadowland farm. I just flat up don't like it. First off, it's just not a good farm, and second off, it's like it's basically just a redone forest farm. With a worse layout and a worse mechanic. wrong with liking a farm and disliking a farm. I just personally don't like the Meadowlands farm. I just don't like the animals in this game. Like, I don't, well, how should I phrase this? I like the animals in this game. I think the ducks are, like, cute. But the animals are not worth it in this game. Other than the fact that they look cute. I don't actually know the math conversion on it, but I know it was nerfed recently. That said, I didn't really count the fish pond as animals. First off, like, and second off, like the only worthwhile thing to get a fish pond for is literally the legendary fish, and it's like, I think it's still just less inefficient than just putting ancient fruit on the 25 spots that you would have otherwise. So it's like there's not really much of a point. Again, you can play the game how you want, though. You think the fish ponds are cute, then the fish ponds are cute, go right for it. Everything that I generally say is more for efficiency setting. So it's like, if you just want to do it, you do it. But you just can't say it's efficient. You can say I just like doing it, or I think it looks nice, and then there's that. That's how you're playing. But just don't say you're playing efficiently. Lava eel for free geodes. How about treasure totems on Ginger Island for free geodes? I get about 500 Omni Geodes on Ginger Island in a span of like 5 minutes. But I reset the game for what moment? Actually, this is the second run of the day. I reset the game because I didn't get Garden Bundle. So the start of the run, I have a 1 in 7 chance of looking for a gold quality parsnip from any of the parsnip spots. It's about a 1 in 7. And then afterwards, I check the community center, and I have to win a 1 in 3 for the Garden Bundle to show up. If I don't hit both of those, it's a reset until I get it. It's about a 5% chance, a little less. It's like 4.5 that I get a run past the first 10 minutes. And yes, I need both of those. It's mandatory. Otherwise, the run can't be nearly as fast. For that. Walked up for the other one, though. No horseradish, though. I was wondering why our time was actually bad getting to day 6, but then I forgot that there was an owl cutscene. That makes sense. I've actually gotten 2 runs in a row with the golden parsnip now. Terrible quality. Oh, flower. Oh, okay. Yes, I did. It's not a great due to the fact that they spot 15 run. And then on top of that, I got one of the worst quality bundles I could have possibly have gotten. Gotta take. Yep. Or it looks like Dora. Literally, somebody just said that at the start of the run. Eight gold. Is that a gold split? Yeah. I haven't actually gotten a perfect gold split yet because that requires rain on day 6, which I just haven't gotten in a run yet that has golden parsnip and garden bundle. Yeah, rain seeded. Should get a magnet ring on 20 then, but I guess there's a chance for it to be a glowstone ring, or a glow ring, which would suck. Hopefully we get Forest Sword on 24. Or we get a boss enemy that I can just rob a weapon off of. Like this guy. That's the wrong weapon. Okay, the reason we need a gold quality parsnip is because it tells us what the RNG is through the run. I don't actually need it for anything. If I needed to save one, I would have kept it at the farm. Basically, those gold parsnips tell me that I have a book in the traveling... books will show up in the traveling card on summer 19th year 2, fall 12th year 2, fall 14th year 2, fall 7th year 2, and fall 28th year 2. That's what those parsnips do for me. No, it's impossible. It's how it's set up. Why the parsnips are laid out in a very specific way. Yes, just from getting that one gold parsnip, I can determine that. I don't actually need gold quality for any. It's a lookup table, yeah. This Mines Day sucks ass. No. Why? Because it literally looks at your game seed, so it may as well just be a seeded run. Literally just tells you everything. It's funny enough, even seeded runs aren't allowed to use the predictor during the run because it pulls from the game file. So the predictor's not even allowed for seeded runs because of that. You're not allowed to pull from the game file. You can manually input stuff, and obviously you can look up stuff about the file beforehand and seeded, but you're not allowed to look up the file mid-run. You know what's on 24? I know that I want a club. I want the Force Sword on 24. That I got the spawn for. I already find doing it twice is a detriment due to the HP increase. So, probably not even. I did tests of it. It was, compared to the, I call it the bugged version, but like, compared to 1 versus 2, 1 was faster while farming slimes by like over 50 slimes in multiple tests. Like, it was significantly faster. Or like, it was a significant increase. And then farming serpents in Dangerous Skull Caverns is actually troll. It's better to not have the Dangerous Skull Caverns for serpents. And just use Monster Musk in a floor 1 monster floor is better. I mean, while I'm technically not using, like, the best weapon in the game, I'm using, like, the third best weapon in the game to farm enemies. Like, if I could consistently get the Infinity Gavel or Dragon's Tooth Hammer, sure, but I'm only getting, I'm only getting Galaxy Hammer. So the HP, difference actually matters quite a lot. And yes, the Galaxy Hammer is the third best weapon in the game. Well, I guess it's tied. I kind of just consider the dwarf stuff the same as their counterpart, because it's essentially the same damage range. It just has slightly different stats. Like literally the top 4 weapons are legit Infinity Gavel, Dragon's Tooth Hammer, Dwarf Hammer, Galaxy Hammer. After that, it's probably like Dragon's Tooth Cutlass. Just because crit build goes burr. The issue is the +5 attack innate enchant, I think still does like slightly less damage than the Infinity Gavel. It's essentially the same though, realistically, because the crit power doesn't matter on the hammer because you're not critting, right? And that's the reason why I say the Dragon's Tooth Cutlass is better than the Infinity Blade, because of because you can get the +75 crit power in 8 enchant. They have Statue of Fang, yeah, but that's 10% flat, and it doesn't it's only the 10%. But I guess if your argument is you only need 1 crit for it to work, then it's like, okay. But I don't know if it actually has like the base crit power. And then it only works on like that one day, where if you're just looking for a general purpose weapon, you know, you just do +5 attack. You're optimizing for the perfect scenario. And at that point, you wouldn't use the club special. You would just YOLO for a crit. Right. Renom fellow, thank you for the Year 1 for 2 months. Well, it's kind of funny because arguably the speed stat is the worst stat in the game to give any weapon. No, I don't care or want to count resets. It's demoralizing. You're the third person now to mention that this character looks like Dora the Explorer. The best ring combos: Burglar's Ring, Savage Ring with 2 Iridium Bands. Basically the only ring combo I use. There are uses for like the luck ring. They're just too rare for me to ever get in runs, so I almost never use them. Feelings on the napalm ring, the most overrated ring in the game. Not good. Well, okay, it's not good, but it's not bad, you know? There are just better options. And that's the issue with it. Yeah, that's always been my issue with the napalm ring. There's just better options. And you only have 4 slots. Morning, Ellie. I mean, I have very particular opinions about rings in this game because it vastly only is for my playstyle, right? Like, it's vastly suited to fit my playstyle. Like, I hate the napalm ring. I think the slime charmer ring is useless unless if you have a slime hutch. There are funny defensive rings, so I won't call the crab shell ring bad, but I prefer the offensive playstyle than the defensive playstyle. What else is there? Really it, right? The thing about the hot Java ring is I can just buy all the coffee I need. So I'm not really at a worry about getting the coffee from enemies. And then, like, there's just better, like, in-the-moment options. And I'd rather not ring swap. To make it worth it. Burglar's ring negated by book? No. That book is drastically worse. What the book does is it has a 5% chance of proccing, and when it procs, it doubles what was dropped. Where the burglar's ring rolls the loot table twice every single time. The book is significantly worse, but it also has very unique interactions. So the burglar's ring slightly increases your drop rates. It's like slightly less than 50% mathematically, where the book is nowhere near that. It's like less than 5%. It's like a 5% chance to proc. And if it procs when you kill something and it drops nothing, you gain nothing. So it's like, let's say you kill a dust sprite without a burglar's ring and it gives you 0 coal, but you proc the 5% chance. You still get 0 coal. That's how that book works. 3%? Oh, even worse. I was at least giving it the benefit of the doubt that it was 5%. The 3% chance of proccing. That said, the book can proc on things that burglar's rings don't proc on. So, like, the burglar's ring does not increase the odds of you getting, like, slime eggs from slimes when you kill them after you get the slime hutch. But if the book procs, you get 2 slime eggs when it drops. Yeah, you can get like 2 tiger slime hats and stuff like that. Again, every ring fits somebody's playstyle. Again, I personally think the Slime Charmer ring and the Napalm ring is overrated, but people literally can't live without it. And I'm a person who just can't live without double magnetism rings. So that's why I almost always have 2 magnetism rings on, personally. Each their own, you know? Oh, good. Thank you for the full year, too. Welcome to the official Stardew squad. Enjoy your emotes. And Bonjour, thank you for the support for a full year. Does mean a lot. Sorry. I need 10 more iron. I'm gonna pick this all up just because I have the extra carrots for energy, and I'm gonna be extremely poor with how shit my my quality bundle is. Okay, so issue. I still need a jade. Or, excuse me, I would like a jade. Oh, I'm drastically good on coal. I have a ridiculous amount of coal. I just enjoyed the murder of dust sprites. Well, I think we're good on money, chat. Money was a little questionable. It's seeded. So it can't be predicted in terms of, like... I don't think it can be predicted using, like, in-game means, other than just, like, checking it. But it's like, you can seed it and check the seed. If that's what you mean. Double Mingo. Yeah, we should do double Mingo. Zinga, thank you for the prime. Depending on how good copper is here, I might just like forfeit like a minute looking for a jade on 40. Because I would very much enjoy getting a Jade instead of playing the run without a Jade. And this run is already like really good. I'm kind of down to waste a minute to save me time later and make the Skull Cavern run more consistent. Because I like lose 20-ish staircases for not getting a Jade. Which is kind of big actually. 20 staircases for the Skull Cavern die. I want to kill enemies for it, but the main issue is there's not a Jade crate on day 10, as far as I'm aware. But I either have to get it from an enemy outright or need a note. Oh, yeah, enemies. I don't really like it. Odds are too low, you know? I want these bat wings. I'm at this point. It makes the bat spawn closer and have more room to spawn. So, yes. Could realistically probably should do one. Mine's isn't as fast as I thought it was. The only nodes that can spawn on floors of 5 are gem nodes in terms of like the purple swirly one. And gem nodes, mystic nodes, and diamond nodes. Like raw gem nodes cannot spawn on floors of 5. Slightly annoyed about no Jade, but gonna do though, so. We'll have an owl and 2 flamingos. Okay, chat, you're gonna have to excuse me on this one because my quality bundle is so shit. I'm only gonna buy 1 flamingo. We already have an owl anyways. I need money. If I didn't have the owl, I probably would buy 2 flamingos, but I was very interested in the fact that I have 24 extra coal. How does that happen? Getting anything. Just what reason? I probably actually went 50-50 on dust sprites for once. what it actually looks like to go 50-50 on dust sprites instead of like the 25% that I get. I really don't even think it was way more. I think I just got above average rates. And then I had a lot of coal going into the dust sprite floor. Or going into the 40s. Combination of both. Combination of already having a lot of coal on top of just lucky. Don't I? Why am I waiting here? I mean, it doesn't make a difference where I waited, but... No, you do corn and fall. I've always done corn and fall. I've ever not done corn and fall. I don't have that type of money. I have to sell the strawberries. That actually out of them. We basically really want to rain on the 18th. Otherwise, we kind of have to wait until near 2 for info. Quality crops, hot peppers, yams. The ideal if you get quality crops is blueberries, pumpkins, so I don't have to plant anything extra. I don't need berries. That's not. Hello. Are blueberries always better than melons? In basically 90% of cases, yes. Much as I hate to admit it. You use blueberries to like springboard into preserve jars so you can do pumpkins in fall because pumpkins are vastly better than cranberries. Book check soon. Book check in year 2. So in about a year. Yeah, so soonish. Is true. Yeah, dehydrators are kind of, you know, it's a shame. I feel like they definitely could have been something, but they kind of just got the hopper treatment. They really did get the hopper treatment. To be fair, they're the easiest to get in bulk. Well, I guess preserve jars are kind of easier to get in bulk. But they're like pretty good to get in bulk. Because you just need the fire quartz, realistically, right? Did it rain on the 18th? It didn't, right? I don't remember it raining on. Basically, we just need to see if it rains on the 4th in year 2 then. Summer 4th of year 2, yes. If it rains on summer 4th of year 2, I can narrow down the RNG of the file by a significant portion. Rain is deterministic nowadays. So you can basically figure out when it's gonna rain based off of previous rain. And I know every day that it rained in summer, so I can tell you what days it will rain next summer. Or can or can't. It's a range that I'm trying to narrow down. Like, I can tell you with a 100% fact that it's going to rain on summer 2nd year 2. No questions asked. Now it's not based off of step count, it's based off of seed now. It was just a rainy end of the season because it basically rains every other day when it starts raining. So it rained the 20th, the 22nd, the 24th, and then guaranteed 26th rain day for every seed. You'll notice whenever it rains, when you do legacy RNG, it rains every other day when it starts raining. For the most part. Hope I didn't forget anything. I can imagine marriage runs that require heavily on rain would just reset it till they see like rain on a specific early day in summer and be like, well, yep, this is the run where I get I have a chance of getting the most amount of rain you can get in summer. I'd have to check through the list to see what's the most amount of rain days you can possibly get. I actually do not. I have 11. I only need to buy 14 iron. I'll remove the log. I just don't have my axe yet. It's a check for rain on specific days year 1 to set up rain later. Yeah, kind of what I figured. Some way. Stuff is fine. Oh. Rabbit's foot sucks, but can you do? Maybe we'll get one from the traveling cart. You need money to be able to pay for the house upgrade and the pendant. Yam. And it's helper bundle, so I can't do funny strats. I'm just gonna. Yeah, I need to buy. Oh, I'm stupid. I definitely need more than 5 EM seeds if I want this to be realistic. I think I realized that before I walked up. Imagine getting the 5 gold quality from 5 EM seed or 5 EMs. Like, you have to be like perfect with that. $400 stone. like hitting up. This thing that those two stumps are like linked together with. And one more then. Honestly, the quality crops could have gone so much worse so far. I haven't been getting that screwed with them. So 10, 11, 16 minus 112 would be 96. You look like Dora. You were the 5th person to say that this run so far. Year 1, yes. Normally speaking, I don't have enough money and I have to sell a few pumpkins on this day, but this run is extremely rich, so in this case, yes, you would be right, Danny. But generally speaking, I don't get that luxury. This is probably the wealthiest run I've had. Like, out of every single perfection run I've done, this is the wealthiest I've been at this point. And I don't even think it's that close. substantially better spot. I got the monster book, plus my ores were kind of crazy. How many years are you playing this game? This run goes up to like year 7, 8. I was kind of hoping I wouldn't have to go get the honey, but yeah. Aren't you doing this at GDQ? This is the most inconsistent run in the world. I haven't finished a run in 4 months. Oh yeah, we already know it looks like pickled poop. Like the jars of poop. It's funny because we use pickled pumpkins, which looks like a jar of poop, and then a starfruit jelly, which looks like a piss bottle. How's the run? Run's pretty good. Yeah, the 2 reskins got done dirty, especially because they were like the speedrunner money makers as well. Starfruit jelly and pickled pumpkins are crazy for speedruns. I mean, I do get bored of playing the game over and over again. It's called taking breaks. It's called I don't play enough to burn myself out. What you see me stream and play on stream is all I actually play of Stardew. I hardly ever play Stardew off stream. It's not like I haven't taken extended breaks. Capital of Germany, Munich, or whatever you say it? Or is that a different? That's just a city. No. Oh, is it Berlin? American true. Yeah, a second. As for the capital of Arizona, if it's not Phoenix, I don't know what the capital is. Not gonna lie, I don't know any other city in Arizona other than Phoenix. I just got a call from a congressman in Illinois. Guess where I don't live anymore. Oh man, oh man. Wait, is that the greenhouse? Yeah. Greenhouse and bus are repaired. To be exact. No, same parsnip pattern. I didn't end up doing it yesterday. I got sidetracked. Whatever you enjoy playing at. Not matter. Competitively as far as you can. What happened to the split? It's called not getting, it's called getting quality bundle. For the point in time that you get basic sprinklers, they're the best sprinkler type in the game by far. There's no comparison. Basic sprinklers are criminally underrated by the casual community. Obviously, if you're having an issue of space efficiency, then you gotta upgrade your sprinklers, but it's not like the sprinklers break once you have quality sprinklers. You can still use them, you know? They do in fact work still. They don't just like break down and stop working. If you don't like their pattern, then you don't like their pattern, and that's all there is to say. It's fair. But like if you're looking from a efficiency standpoint, they're the best sprinkler in the game. For when you get them. Because guess what? They're cheap to craft, you get them at a low farming level, and they solve the fundamental issue of early game in Stardew, which is energy. Oh man, I never have enough energy to do anything after I water all my crops. Oh man, imagine if you invested in basic sprinklers instead of waiting for quality to place anything. You know, it waters your crops for you. And it's like, oh man, when you do end up getting quality sprinklers, you can use them alongside your basic sprinklers. Wow. So it's, I mean, it's +1 coal. But what would you consider harder to get in the early game? Coal or gold? Like, keep in mind, I'm, like, going for the bare minimum amount of sprinklers I need to get by in this run. And I get 24 sprinklers. Like, I can have 24 sprinklers smelted by the 13th pit, like, really easily in these runs. And I go to the mines on the 9th of spring. Right? Like, you can easily have, like, 50 plus sprinklers to water like hundreds of strawberries for you. Lazy for basic sprinklers. True, you can just be lazy. Like, the only argument against basic sprinklers is I don't like the pattern and they're ugly. Fair enough. To each their own, you know? And it's like, I've always said that's a fair and reasonable thing to say. Because it's like, you just don't want to use them because you don't like how they look and you don't like their pattern. Stardew is a very open-ended game where it allows for that. I gotta go to the bathroom, so I'll be right back. Uh, Avar Pro, thank you for the prime. Or what color M's look like. Ew. Well, time for the piss jelly. We literally can't even, like, I guess. Oh, you know what? I just. Killing a Payton, thank you for the prime. Have you ever eaten spaghetti using a bowl? Yes, I generally eat spaghetti out of a bowl, actually. If it fits in a bowl, I almost exclusively use bowls over plates. The guy who looks like he would eat a hot dog out of a bowl, I just wouldn't even have a plate or a bowl. I would be holding the hot dog. I eat a hot dog with a fork and a knife. Yeah, you're European, though. What's that supposed to mean? You have, you don't really have hot dogs. You more have, like, bratwursts, right? Those are, like, bigger. Kind of need, pencils for that, I feel like. Don't really have like American hot dogs as much, I would assume, as Germany. I mean, between cultures. Not saying they don't have hot dogs. I would just feel like it's, you know, more common to eat more European food. More what I'm attempting to say. Whether I'm right or wrong is not for me to decide because I'm uncultured. Basically, all my furniture in this apartment is IKEA, by the way. I think the only furniture that is not IKEA is the couch, which we got from my parents. Oh yeah, also IKEA hot dogs go hard. Or Costco hot dogs go hard as well. Costco. You need like a Costco membership, don't you, though? Like the part of it. Probably not in Sweden. Oh. I thought they were cracking down on people sneaking in and sharing memberships. Rachel's American, right? Yeah. How did she react tasting like European bread? Because I heard there's a really big difference between American bread and European bread. Like American bread is much more like sweet. Oh, interesting. Do you buy more of American brand there, or? I guess like plain white bread would be like the easiest thing. Just compare. Not like I've had European bread to actually, like, know. Yeah, like sandwich bread. I mean, yeah, I would say cheating to the summit end is a bad ending, yes. Nah, it's different because it's authentic. Morning, body. Started a full-on food with this red statement. We'll lump Europe all together. I mean, you lump all us Americans all together, and our country is bigger than all of Europe. You know? Same difference, realistically. Somebody from the East Coast is significantly different than somebody from the West Coast or the Midwest or the South. How it is. Goes both ways. When I drove to my grandparents, I lived in Illinois, close to Chicago. It took us 8 hours to drive to Pennsylvania to visit my grandparents. And that's just getting to the edge of Pennsylvania. If we wanted to go all the way through Pennsylvania, it's another 8 hours. Actually, like, you know, that's full countries in Europe. Uh, yeah, no, but the same can be said for states or like general geographic areas. That's why I more said like Midwest, South, East Coast, West Coast, and then there's like areas in between. It's the same thing. If you heard the dialect of the South and the dialect of like the Midwest, it's completely different. You know, it's the same thing for European countries. Like, I've said this before because I find it really funny. The West Coast calls water fountains, like the school water fountains that you get water from, bubblers. Those are called bubblers on the West Coast. Yes, bubblers. Not California? Okay, maybe it's not California, but I know it's a West Coast thing. I forget soda and pop, yeah. Very common in Wisconsin. Maybe that's East Coast. Maybe I'm getting my regions wrong. Everything's Coke down south. Yes. Bubbler. Bubblers sound hella Midwest. I've never heard of it called bubblers. Everybody finds every country strange that's not theirs because it's not their realm. Alright, plant. I mean, as much as people don't like to admit it, as long as you're in the right area in the US or just like any other country around the world, it's basically like any other country in it, like being safe or safe-ish, you know? It's like as long as you don't go to the wrong areas, you're generally fine. And that's more of the part about it. Those areas are unsafe, confirmed. Yeah, it's crazy. I'm sure there are countries that are much better about it, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying America's a saint, but it's like I'm sure that there's a place in any country that you live in that is like, I don't want to go there. I avoid that at all costs. How it is. Parallels everywhere, just how it is. To be fair, places like that also have like very different issues at the same time. I mean, realistically, and not in my neighborhood when I was growing up, like if we went outside real quick and just like do a walk, I would also like we would just leave our front door unlocked. Not anymore, but it's like when I was growing up, that's just how it was. Oh, this run's just dead. Oh, lovely. Wow, okay. What happened? I had an infested floor on floor 1 the day that I wanted to go to Skull Caverns and reset floor 1 over and over again. The only floors that wouldn't be infested are mummy floors. I'm not just gonna reset for like a low chance. And I don't have the ability to go the next few days without wasting 3 minutes, and I'm already behind, so I'm not gonna bother. I'm gonna jump. Ashley's gonna fucking jump. Checking any of those dates. That's so annoying. If I just wasn't troll and remembered to buy the Omni Geodes, it would have been fine. Oh wait, I probably would have checked this day. Addicted to throwing. It's like my fault, but not my fault, because it's like realistically I would want to save that for the third, or for the actual Skull Cavern dive. But whatever. I'm kind of too tilted to do another run. That's just depressing. Also, I don't really have time to start another run because I'm going out to dinner with my aunt. And if I wanted to, I really couldn't. Alright, peace. I'll be back on tomorrow doing more runs. Hopefully I don't get as screwed. Otherwise, yeah, I'm gonna peace. Hope you guys have a great rest of your evening, great rest of your day. Stay safe out there and just take care. Later. We need a peas emote now, don't we? Maybe one day I'll get on that. Yep, later. Peace.